doing is I'm showing this horse that it's okay to be on your own. Because this one is the boss, very bossy, constantly pushing this one, forcing that one to do what that one wants to do. And it also enforces my way of thinking, similar to people. The one that's always nagging and beating up the other is the one that's insecure in human nature too. And I'm finding that's the one that's more insecure than that one. That one's happier to join up. It's happier to listen, happier to yield its hindquarters, happier to walk towards her and scratch her all over and even down her legs. Whereas the one that you would think was the boss, the secure one, is so insecure, it's much more touchy and flighty. And so she shows you being the boss does not mean they're the secure ones. Look who's coming to me. This one. And in 5-10 minutes, this is the first time that that one's been more than 10 feet away. And so I've come between and guided that one away, saying, look, you go off and do your own thing. And I'm suggesting to this one, join up with me mentally and move your feet towards me. Because everything's okay. You don't have to consistently be bossed and pushed. And if you look at her body, beaten up to a point, because she's been chewed, bitten, this one's always running up and giving her a bite, saying, hey, listen to me, you go over there, being pushy. And again, it's the same as I find again in human relationships, isn't it? The one that's getting beaten up. The bossy one is not the one that's really secure. They're very insecure. And they always got to be nag, 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 nag. So I'm just enforcing, hey, look, I'm the leader. Listen to me. So I want this one to move. I don't push, I just suggest. Move away from me. Go over that way, away from this horse behind me. So I'm getting to be the pushy one. And this one's taking it all in. It's watching. I push. Move. Push. Get away from me. Move. 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 Move.
That one's a...
So that one just has to go where the other one goes. But we're breaking that. We're beginning a separation for the first time. As I said, the other one, we're on the left, ran all the way down there, and that one just stood there, quite secure. It was quite amazed at its own security and the fact of, hey, everything's okay in this world without that other one being around me. So it might look like, what am I doing? I'm pushing. I'm paying one behind me no attention. So I'm driving as the lead horse would do in the field. I'm setting up boundaries. So I'm doing the pushing now. It's not always the most attractive horse either, you know, that does the pushing. It's the hat that does. In 15 minutes we can see the difference. It's gradually working. That me being the boss and me saying to that one, hey, move away. This one's becoming more chilled out, eating grass. This one's still walking around. It's fidgety, can't settle, can't relax, snorting, blowing. Now I'm going to walk around and just come in between them. So in what, about 15 minutes when we first came in here, and their energy was high because they're exploring their new terrain. Now this one's standing here, and the other one's gone 100 feet down the other end of the menage, and this one's decided to stay with me. And that's a first. They're like joining the hip. It's the horses are becoming so desensitized now that I've called in for help the pink panther. Dun 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 dun. An unknown savior occasionally calls, drifts down from this tree where she perches watching over us and the horses. She comes down here. Unlike most birds of prey, she doesn't feed. She comes to brush and pick up horse poo, which these animals leave scattered around haphazardly all over the field. Masterful strokes of the arm. Proving in pleasurable pleasure.
Girl. Yeah. Not forward. Not forward. Girl. Good girl. Yeah. Bad hair day. Bad hair day. Yeah.
The size of him.